What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel in Party Chat Sports. Wow, what a day. As you can see, headlines in Steeler Nation, Kenny Pickett traded to the Eagles with a 4th round pick, and in return, Steelers move up 22 spots, get a 3rd round pick, as well as 2 sevens. Speechless. The chat blew up as soon as news of this trade came through. It was insane. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I don't think Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan saw this coming. You'll see, news came out today that Kenny was really unhappy with the way that the Russell Wilson signing unfolded. He found out via social media. He inquired to Tomlin about it, who had previously promised him a shot at starting. Tomlin told Kenny that Russ is going to be the starter, and so Kenny kind of asks for a fresh start. I think the Steelers organization failed him. I think he played his best ball after Canada got fired, hurt his ankle, and was never seen again. And pretty unfortunate. Lost the starting job to Mason Rudolph, even though Mike Tomlin had previously said, players don't lose a starting job due to injury. And I think really with Matt Canada in there as OC, the Steelers failed their first-round quarterback, and in turn, Kenny didn't succeed and kind of failed the Steelers organization. So once they didn't turn back to Kenny after he was healthy and kept Mason in there throughout the year, the end of the year, and then signed Russ, go watch my last video. I thought it was going to be a good pairing because either Kenny beats out Russ and he's your starter, or you got Russ and you go from there. But really, we're never going to know. And Russ is QB1 now for this team. And it sucks for Kenny and for Kenny lovers, and I really wanted it to work really bad. I mean, why wouldn't you want it to work out with your first round quarterback? So that's where I was at. It didn't work out. The era is officially over. 2 years, less than 2 calendar years, a year and a half worth of starting, and they move on. They move on very quickly. So kudos to the Steelers organization and Omar Khan for identifying that they don't think he's the guy and moving on swiftly and getting what you could for him. Because, kind of a failure of an organization to miss on your first-round quarterback, but then it's also a failure if you stick around with that guy too long. It prolongs, a rebuild or getting back to relevance. So with the free agent signings, the team's moving in the right direction. Russ coming in here, you got Patrick Queen. The team is setting itself up to be competitors again, and a team in a stacked AFC that's going to be right there in the thick of the playoff hunt throughout next year. And if Russ puts up 25 touchdowns again, he's going to be, the Steelers team's going to be just fine. They're going to win double-digit amount of games, and we'll see what a playoff matchup looks like, especially if that defense can stay healthy, which it struggled to do last year. I think, though, what it does open it up back to is Justin Fields trades, and I think right now that's a no-brainer. You go and get a guy like Justin Fields. Steelers got that 3rd round pick, an extra 3rd round pick now, and kind of in the ballpark of what Justin Fields' price was. So maybe you flip him that extra 3rd round pick, or you flip him a 4th round pick, or whatever, as that trade market seemed to have dried up a little bit. But you go get Justin Fields. You got Russ now as your QB1. Justin can sit a year behind Russ, learn a little bit, and then maybe take the reins of the team in 2025 as QB1 and see where you can go from there. Or we'll see how Russ plays, and maybe Russ is that guy. So we'll see. Been a crazy couple of weeks. 15 days ago, they had expressed full faith in Kenny Pickett, and that is no longer. He is not on the team anymore, not a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers' future, and it's just a lot to take in. I think Gil sent it in the chat, all the stages of grief. I went through all 5. I was in denial. I was shocked. Then I was mad. then I was trying to barter with how to make this feel better. I was depressed, and now I'm in acceptance and moving forward, trying to figure out the best way forward for this team. Russ is the starter now. He's a quarterback coming off of however many Pro Bowls and a Super Bowl win. So we'll see what we can do with him. It's still, again, like I mentioned in the last video, whoever was quarterback, the star of the show is going to be the running backs, and it's going to be the defense, and that's how you move forward. And if that's Russ this year, it is Russ this year. Awesome. Maybe a Justin Fields can be handed the keys to the team next season after a year in the system, and a year under Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith. And then maybe, in round 3, day 3 of the draft, you get a guy like Jordan Travis. I think I'm saying Jordan Travis, Florida State quarterback. And a developmental guy that's shown some promise, and maybe he's a guy that takes over in 2025. So, you trade up and you make a big splash. Who knows? So much has happened today that it feels unrealistic and impossible that anything can happen in the future. But regardless, it does suck. The Kenny Pickett jersey that I own is going to have to be ceremoniously burned. Rule number 1, never buy a jersey for a quarterback on your team, especially a young one. Pretty much only acceptable if it's like a Hall of Famer or a legend, or a guy that's already won a Super Bowl. But like, would a Seattle guy want to own a Russell Wilson jersey right now? I have no idea. Don't buy QB jerseys. So with that, comment down below what your initial reactions are, Steelers Nation. I know there's a lot of Steelers followers here on the channel. It's crazy. It's a crazy time to be alive. Steelers Nation, here we go. Our new QB1 in the building. Kenny Pickett out after 2 years. Let's see Justin Fields in a Steelers uniform, and I'll be okay. That's it, though. We ride, Steelers Nation. Go defense. Go Najee Harris. Go Jaylen Warren. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. It's what we do. We win. We win at the end of the day. Not in the playoffs recently, but what are you going to do? You got to move forward. So comment down below, like the video, subscribe for more Party Chat sports content, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.